Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now, it looks as though the lies and the deception of the APC government is getting very difficult to keep up with. They are struggling to contend with the so many lies that they tell the Nigerian population, and now they're just throwing their hands up in the air and saying, okay, just believe whatever, which is really an admission of the truth. So I bring you this. Nigerians have the right to believe Buhari's private trip to the UK is for medical checkup, and this is being said by Femi Adesina, no less a person, as the president's special advisor. So, special advisor to President Buhari on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, has said that Nigerians are free to make whatever they want from the private trip of President Buhari embarked upon to the United Kingdom last night. Most Nigerians believe the visit is for a medical checkup. Speaking in an interview, Adesina said President Buhari has the right to his private time and can use it however he wants to use it. Those who want to interpret everything, those who want to believe all things, should just believe that it is a private trip. When a man goes on a private trip, he has the right to use his time the way he deems, because he has the right to private time. So those who want to believe it is a medical trip, they have the right to believe if it pleases them and makes them happier, he said. So this is effectively an admission now that Buhari is on a medical trip to the United Kingdom. This is not really any breaking news. We all know that Buhari has a medical condition which he went to the United Kingdom for about 4 years ago, and he has consistently been going to the United Kingdom ever since. We know that he has this medical condition, and Buhari himself, when he came back from his trip, which was meant to last for 10 days in 2015, but then lasted for nearly 200 days. When he came back from that trip, Lai Mohammed was telling the Nigerian population, by the way, that Buhari was hale and healthy. But when Buhari came back, because the man struggles to lie sometimes, that is just a little credit to him, although he lies most of the time, but sometimes the lies is too much for even him. So when he came back from that medical trip, he told Nigerians that this is the sickest, this is the illest that he has ever been, and that was in sharp contrast to what Lai Mohammed, or Liar Mohammed, as some people like to call him, has been telling Nigerians that the president was hale and hearty. So if the president is saying that he was as sick as he has ever been, and that necessitated his trip to the United Kingdom to go seek assistance, and he has consistently now gone to the United Kingdom at every opportunity to go top up his treatment, to now say that this is a private trip where he's taking a holiday, Buhari, an Islamic person, an Arab-loving person, a Nigerian, would go to the United Kingdom on his holiday. That is too fanciful to believe. I think anybody of any sense will struggle to believe that. So now, the lies is now too much for them to maintain. So now, this is now what you have with this Femi Adesina of a character, now effectively admitting that, look, we're never going to confess, but if you believe that he's gone on a medical trip, then we are not really denying it, and it's up to him to go on a medical trip. But then he goes on a medical trip, he goes on a medical trip. Anybody from the age of 1 month old to the age of 100 years old can have a medical need. So having a medical need is not an issue, but who is paying for that medical need is the first question, and why are you denying that he has to pay this medical need is the second question. So these are the questions really that Nigerians are asking, because really these little lies that they tell, it really erodes the trust and confidence that people should have in their government. Because if you are saying like an 80-something-year-old man like Buhari has a medical need, that is not beyond the realms of reason, and no reasonable person would expect a man in his 80s like Buhari not to have a medical need. So saying he has a medical need is not the end of the world, and it's not an admission that he lacks virility or pomp or energy, because anybody with virility or pomp and energy will still have medical needs. Anthony Joshua, the heavyweight champion of the world, he has medical needs, I'm pretty certain. So somebody in his 80s like Buhari must almost certainly have medical needs. So why then do you have the need or feel the need to deny it when the person himself is saying is the sickest that he has ever been in his life? Are you a spokesperson? You are telling us that he's hale and hearty, and you are taking Panadol for somebody else's headache. I mean, what is the meaning of this? So even the most mundane of things, these people feel the need to lie about. So if if they lie about the most mundane of things, how then would you trust them in more important issues? This is really where the question is. This habitual pathological liars that we have in governance in Nigeria is really something that jars with the Nigerian population, because trust has been completely eroded. So now, what says you? What do you read into this thing that Femi Adesina is saying, that you make of it whatever you want to make of it? Is this your interpretation of an admission that the man has medical needs? Because the man does have medical need. I don't think there's any disputing that. But is this now a government official position that he does have these needs? Well, how do you read this? Conversations in the comment section. But before you come join me to have that conversation in the comment section, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. Click on the bell button as well, and if you do that, then you're notified every time I drop a video. Then once you've done both, come have a chat with me about Buhari and his medical conditions in the comment section. So I'll leave you here, meet you in the comment section, but here I say peace.